You're watching WRDE NBC Coast TV. Tonight on WRDE Coast TV News.
Chaos on the streets of Baltimore as police and protesters clash. How local officials are helping to restore order.
To see that it turned into all this violence and destruction, I am really appalled.
The family of Freddie Gray, the man whose death is at the center of the Baltimore riots, is denouncing the violence.
And we go behind the curtain on the internet in the Denise Sawyer report and introduce you to the dark web, where officials say the most dangerous hacks come from.
Now, from our news team, this is WRDE Coast TV News at 6.
Move! It's been a night of chaos, riots, and lawlessness in Baltimore over the death of Freddie Gray. More than 15 officers have been injured. 15 buildings and 144 vehicles have been set ablaze, and the city descends into complete chaos. Good evening, I'm Roy Hobbs.
And I'm Amanda Decker. Baltimore is still smoldering tonight. Some areas resembling battlefields and littered with broken glass and charred debris.
Here's an early morning look at the aftermath of the overnight riots. Right now, the National Guard is on the scene trying to restore peace. At least 200 people have been arrested. The number is expected to climb. Governor Larry Hogan has declared a state of emergency. 500 state troopers and the National Guard are deployed. This morning, Governor Hogan held a news conference as officials there say they are bracing for more violence.
And this violence isn't accomplishing anything. It's counterproductive. We're going to make sure that we get Baltimore back on track and make sure our neighborhoods are safe again.
And continuing in our top story, 5,000 additional officers from the region, including Delmarva, are currently in Baltimore to help. Here's WRDE's Charles Watson.
Yeah, police and protesters have clashed for days in Baltimore. Things getting so bad, Governor Larry Hogan had to step in on Monday to declare a state of emergency, calling on national troops and police agencies throughout the Mid-Atlantic to assist with the unrest in Baltimore, including several here on Delmarva. Last night, possibly the worst yet, was proof that police struggle to keep order. The country's 8th largest police department appears to be no match for hundreds of protesters who turned violent.
I don't think we gave them much room or latitude. They just outnumbered us and outflanked us. We needed to have more resources there.
Governor Larry Hogan is calling on area agencies for help.
Instantly, we signed the executive order. 2
Salisbury police officers have already been deployed by the National Guard, and the Wicomico County Sheriff's Office says it's also sending a contingent of officers to help, along with hundreds of Maryland State Police. The Berlin Police Department and the Queen Anne's Sheriff's Office also sending more than a dozen officers combined to help restore order. President Barack Obama spoke about the riots today, saying there have been too many troubling encounters between police and black citizens, but there is no excuse for rioting and senseless violence. Now, the police agencies WRDE has spoken to tell us they don't know when their officers will be called back from Baltimore. An end date is yet to be determined, but they are here to assist Baltimore City and the Baltimore Police Department. Reporting in Wicomico County, Charles Watson, WRDE Coast TV News.
Today, some Somerset County folks are marching to protest the death of Freddie Gray. This photo was snapped by Coast Watcher Amanda Carter. Maryland State Police are responding to more than 100 protesters that are on the road at Route 113 and UMES Boulevard in Princess Anne.
President Obama says his thoughts are with the family of Freddie Gray, and he understands their need for answers. Gray's family has denounced the violence.
I've been here earlier today, and we had a beautiful homegoing service. And to see that it turned into all this violence and destruction, I am really appalled.
I want y'all to get justice for my son, but don't do it like this here. Don't tear up the whole city, man, just for him. It's wrong.
Hundreds of volunteers are cleaning up the wreckage left by rioters in the neighborhood where Gray was arrested. A mandatory citywide curfew is in effect from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m., and we're told it will be in effect for about a week. When the peaceful protests in Baltimore turned violent, one mother took matters into her own hands. She grabbed her son and pulled him away from the scene. Video seen here of her pushing and yelling at her son has gone viral. All right.